Got this nice Westfield Strat in. Just a setup on this one. What can you see? First thing I'm going to do is adjust the neck because there's just a bit too much relief. Yeah, you can see that. So, assuming it's a 4mm key, yeah, it is. Detuning the wrong string. Always a good start to set up. I just hope it isn't maxed out. No, there's movement. Like I say, this is just the old string just so I can kind of get a rough idea of what's going on with the guitar. It's not bad. What's the action at? Low strings we want to see out. H string needs to come up. No, H strings will need to come down. Right, so that's ideal. That's I'll say ideal. Kind of everything I want to see is where it is. So I'm just gonna work the strings off this for now. Right, so this is a bit overkill. Just using a wire brush to clean up the rusty bolts and things. It's really these adjustment screws that get a whole load of stuff in them and stop them from gripping an Allen key. So getting that cleaned out is important on a Strat style guitar. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think this is going to be one of the times it does work, but time will tell. I'm going to brush this a little bit more, then come back. Right, got the bridge cleaned up as much as I can. I've cut the nut slots to the depth. You've seen me do that countless times, but I've not really worked on a Strat nut up close. I suppose there's that Telecaster video, but this one's slightly updated and it's the same technique, just kind of bring it down, see what's what. I was putting a very slight angle in it and just following the length. To be honest, that's really all there is to it apart from the corners. I'm just going to keep going and come back. that's probably all the height I want to take off it. Largely because it's a straight pull with less down pressure on the strings. You do kind of want a bit more height. You can take it right down, but I've done that in the past with very little success. I just want to get the corners rounded off. I don't think I'll polish this one up because, quite frankly, it doesn't look like it needs polish that much. Sorry, I know I'm getting in weird positions. If I've got a little scrap of sandpaper close to hand, I'll run that over it, but that's probably as far as I'm going to go. What are you? Oh, even better. I'll be a bit dirty. It's just really removing tooling marks, and then I'm going to scrape the fingerboard down after polishing the frets, just to get all the ingrained dirt off. I'll maybe run through a couple grits off camera just because I'm OCD like that, but it doesn't need it right this very second. So I'm just going to do the frets, and then I've done most of them from the going up this way, so I've just got like the first 5 to do here. Just like I say, it's steel wool held on a magnet. Just clearing all the dirt and grime off frets. You can see the frets are actually pretty heavily worn, but I don't think the owner wants to go through with the fret level, but I could really do with it. Fret on this one, yeah. So like I say, I already polished from about where here onwards. I just wanted to get the first 5 for the camera. So yeah, I'm going to scrape this down and oil it. You don't need to see that because it is literally what it sounds like, scraping and oiling. And then I'll maybe run through a couple more grits on the nut, and then next scene it should have strings on it. Right, hold on. Yeah, that's this little Westfield Strat done. So I'm trying to see what you can see. Clean up the bridge and adjust the saddles. Usual height at the 12th fret, 2mm on the bass strings, 1.5 on the treble strings. You know what I set it to. 2.5mm on the pickup height is what I do for single coils. One thing I've forgot to mention is, see if you have bad adjustment screws, use a torx bit that's so just about the same size or slightly bigger than the right Allen key, because sometimes these just won't catch with an Allen key, but a torx bit that's just slightly oversized will just work and not damage it any further. So that's a little hack for you if you have a torx set kicking around. But I mean, they're cheap to pick up. I think it was £3 for the screwdriver set that has like 8 torx bits that I use for dodgy bridges. And the nut, well, not perfect, At least the strings aren't catching anymore, I'll say that much. But the frets are horrible on this. It's actually, it's at the point where you could beat on it for another couple of years and then refret it, because if you come up to here, you got these, or this fret causing buzz up there, and it's doing issues with bends, and then there's big nicks in the frets. I wouldn't do a fret level on this because the fingerboard itself needs flattened once the frets are out, so it's one of those things where you kind of have to kind of leave it just now and then tackle it a little bit further down the road. And again, this isn't a main player or anything, this is just going to be sitting in the owner's house and it's beating on it every now and then. It's the same guy that I've done like the green telly and the fitting acoustic pickups to, so it's not like this is the only guitar he's got to play or anything, so I think he's just happy to have this cleaned and playable. And it is playable for the most part. You know? You know, it's really not a bad guitar at all. See, again, that's up there, you're bending up and hitting that high fret. It kind of is what it is for now. Like I say, it's a Westfield, so by the time it comes for a refret, unless I have a feeling it's very sentimental, so they might go for a refret. So there's that, but like with the Westfield, when it comes time for that kind of work, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it, and what's this kind of sentimental value? And to me, sentimental value is everything in a guitar, so that'll play for the most part. And even with the wear pattern, you can see it's mostly cowboy chord area, so they're not even going up this end and playing a march, so apart from like letting it fall over and getting huge dings in the frets. So yeah, it's done but not done to how I would like it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling just now, kind of like, you know, it's one of those things. It's one of those things you need to think about. It's like, is your instrument worth it? Does your budget allow it, and all that kind of stuff. So for what this is, just a basic setup, polishing the frets, cleaning it up, and getting a new set of strings on it and intonated. It's fine for just strumming away a couple of chords. So it'll serve that purpose well. But yeah, it's not quite gig ready as it stands. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say on that. Yeah, I gave you the same action measurements, pickup height measurements I should say. I didn't really do a sound demo of the middle. So that's your neck, that's your middle, that's your bridge, that's your sound demo. Yeah, I actually quite like this wee guitar. I've got a soft spot for Westfields. Right, so I'm going to stop rambling because, yeah, I've spent 5 minutes talking shite. So that's that.